A log M 229 Transportation Operations, December 8th, 2025. My name is William Monroe, and this is a two-part video about airlines for my Mod 6 project. Part 1 will focus on airline safeties and regulations, specifically TSA regulations, the foundation of the TSA, and some of its rules post-2001. And Part 2 will focus on careers in airlines, mainly centered around air marshals, another relatively modern invention. A 122 years from the time where man took its first massive step in flight with the birds, and another 80 from the day Americans were picked apart like chipmunks by the hungry hawks of the Japanese Imperial War Machine. To 24 years ago, on a September 2001 morning, the world would change forever with one of the largest tragedies in aviation history: the attack on the Twin Towers. November 2001. After facing repercussions of past governments, future mass murderer and American President George Bush created the TSA, the Transportation Security Administration. Overviewing these regulations was chosen as they have reshaped air operations across the US and have impacted them indirectly across the globe. TSA requires certain identifications. Now, these mean real IDs. Not only that, but US passports or DHS Trusted Traveler Cards. Permanent residence cards also are an example of an acceptable form of identification. The TSA has now also implemented a liquids rule. It is one of the most confusing policies, and a policy that leads to the hassle and hardship of many common Americans. It should be noted that each passenger can bring liquids, gels, and aerosols in containers less than 3.4 ounces. And they all must fit within one quart-sized, clear, zip-top bag. Such things as medically necessary liquids like baby formula or breast milk are exempt, but they must be declared. Larger containers of liquids can be transported, but must go via checked luggage. TSA is working on possibly some new CT scanning technology that should allow us to carry more liquids soon. Other examples of TSA regulations include prohibited items such as laptops or larger electronics, which must be removed from bags if they'd like to be brought aboard carry-ons. You also must take off coats, jackets, or bulky clothing. And now shoes, due to the 2006 shoe mandate, which requires the removal of all shoes. No thanks, due to Richard Reed's attempt to blow up a plane with the shoe bomb in December 22nd of 2001. These rules have revolutionized wait times and delays at airports across the United States. 150 some threats have been identified since 2001, but no one knows how many have really required thwarting. I have learned that people will usually overreact to the incidents that happen and try to solve problems with band-aids instead of finding solutions. George Bush invented a band-aid in the form of the TSA and went on to kill 1 million Iraqis as revenge. It is well worth noting that of the 19 bombers during the 9/11 attacks, none were Iraqi. The career choice that I have decided to go over in part 2 of this video is the Air Marshal of the Federal Air Marshal Service, who works under the TSA and the DHS. They were created primarily after 9/11 to help protect the flying public. They ride amongst the public on airlines and blend in to help maintain public calm and public safety. Most jobs of this position start at $33 an hour, but closer to major markets, the starting wage is $40 an hour, with room for advancement and, of course, federal benefits. I was drawn to talking about this role as they seem to be one of the few law enforcement agencies in the United States that is focused on the public safety and not the capital interests of major corporations. Also, the 2014 film Non-Stop, starring Liam Neeson, which you are seeing footage of here, is a cool movie. And so, I'm sure air marshals must be cool guys. There are no multiple companies for being a federal air marshal, as it is a federal job. Jobs.tsa.gov if interested. From my research, I have learned that the air marshals are a relatively new job within our airline industry, and one whose role is focused on protecting the people. They lift our airline services into a realm of higher security and offer minimal impediments to the general public. This is all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed parts 1 and 2. You can find any footage used, any audio used, and any information used in the bio below. Thank you.
Can't believe that we made it this far. Can't believe that we made it this far. Look, mama, now your son is a star. Can't believe that we made it this far. Standing on the shoulders and guard when life gets too hard. I think about everybody I've been scarred from. I even broke bread even though I should have starved them. I'm going out a hero, baby. Come a zero, baby. Angels calling, demons calling. I put them on 3-way, baby. I've been keeping them shooters with me on payroll lately.